It's not
Or they're
about
with
black
it.
and white no more. It's not about black and white no more. What it's about is the human conscience.
Yeah.
It's about the human conscience. If you know good and well, this black person is going to solve the human conscience, or this white person is going to solve the human conscience, you need to vote for this person. If you don't, you're going against the social conscience, the right social conscience. And guess what? You may vote against them and they still win. And guess what? You still dealing with a poor social mentality that you're gonna have to deal with not only in this life, but in the next. And so that's why I think people are not gonna let the wool be pulled over their eyes this time. They're not gonna let themselves be tricked.
Yeah.
And you know, and this is the thing. Once Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, if they become president, there's no guarantee that they're going to make it any better. We hope that they do. But at the same time, it may still be the Antichrist after they get into power.
And there's still two wars going on.
Day, at the end of the day, it's about rich and poor. It's about the mind and the soul and the heart and what's right and what's wrong. And so when you go to the polls and vote, if you vote wrong, then you voting for a black man getting hung. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you want to vote, if you want to vote for black man getting hung, guess who you gotta tell to about that in the next life? Oh God, guess what? I voted for black man getting hung.
Especially in 2020, it's like you have to. I feel like you have to draw a line in the sand with it because racism is so prevalent right now, and there's all this secret racism right now.
It's the social conscience. I mean, people are going to be wise. They're going to be wise because now with all this corona and people dying massive amounts, you don't know if today is your last day here.
Yeah.
And if you end up making a mistake like voting for the wrong person or doing something that you know is consciously wrong, and then you die the next day, you're going to have to answer for it.
Yeah, I agree.
The question, the question is how is are you going to put yourself in a weird position like that? I'm not.
Like at least through God or karma. It might not be God, but it's at least karma.
Yeah, it could be anything. My point is, I'm not going to put myself in that position. Yeah. If I know Trump is going to stay president and black men are going to keep dying and people are going to keep dying and I'm going for people dying, then that's against social conscience. I'm not going to do it. Now, like you were saying, some of the older people might because they stuck in their ways and that's just how they want to lead this earth. But the more temperate, responsible, transparent mind thinkers, which is the younger generations and the baby boomers and the people that have seen the transformation of this nation, they're not gonna vote against the right way. I personally think.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm wrong, and they do, then we really in trouble.
Yeah,
it's really gonna get bad.
Do you think? I agree with that. I think it's definitely going to get bad. Do you think someone's going to eventually, if Trump wins this election, do you think within the next 4 years he's going to get assassinated?
No, he's not going to be assassinated. That's what I'm saying. If he wins, what's going to happen is it's just going to be a lot of death.
Okay,
it's going to be, the world is going to open up to what we call the end days.
Yeah, like the end of New World Order, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, where nothing can stop the end at that point. Because, like I said, even if Joe Biden and Kamala Harris get elected, that may not be the solution. They may be just like Trump when they get in. We don't know that, but we hope. It's kind of like when Barry Sanders was running against Biden.
Yeah.
Most people wanted Biden, not because of the ideologies were different, but because they hoped that, that Biden, they figured that Biden had a better chance of beating Trump.
Yeah.
So a lot of people went for Biden. And so it's the same thing, you know. We hope we have a good idea that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden is going to beat Trump. And so we hope that that's the night in shining armor. We hope that that's the solution to all the problems. We hope they're going to get in there and fix everything and change the U.S. government from the Antichrist to the Christ.
Yeah.
That's what we hope.
Like
that's what we pray for. But there's a possibility again. There's a possibility again that they get in there and do the same thing Trump doing. But the key is that we hope and that we know for a fact Trump gonna just kill us all. We know that, so he definitely got to go. But we hope that these people will fix the situation. But there's no guarantee. You know, once they get in, the world still may end. We don't know. We can only hope and pray. But we definitely, you know, we know we got to get rid of the one that we know is going to destroy everything. That's just automatic.
I think that he will win, Potts, because I didn't think about it until we did this interview, because I just now remembered Hillary Clinton actually won the popular vote in 2016. And she was basically on the line of winning against Trump. It's just the Electoral College said that she won. But really, like, Trump's flipping out, and he's doing this thing with he's attacking mail-in voting. And voting seems like it's going to be impossible this year, but whenever I go on the internet to do anything else, it's super simple. Like, why is voting so archaic? Why can't I? It's like, you know, why do you think that voting is such a hassle right now? Do you think our vote is actually going to get counted, or is it going to be like Russia where it's not counted?
Well, here's the thing: is that, like you were saying, right now Trump is losing in the polls. Trump is losing the polls. He's down in single figures, though. It was double digits. Now it's to single digits. Damn. I think he's down like 8 or 7%. But the key is that, you know, me personally, I feel like he's going to have a difficult time because of the money situation. Generally, incumbent presidents, they have financially wise for campaign spending and advertising. They have generally, you know, 2-3 times the amount of a new person coming in. But Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are raising so much money that they're financially neck and neck to him. So when it comes to when they start running those ads right around November, you know, Biden and Harris, they're going to be putting out a lot of advertising. Yeah. And I personally think, you know, a two-headed beast like them two, you know, hitting multiple, you know, demographics, it's going to be hard. The only way me personally think Trump could do something is if some kind of way he can get a strong amount of the rural male vote, rural white male vote, which is what he got to beat Hillary. Yeah. Right.
But the problem that's like my, you know, who I am. Like, I guess I'm a rural white male because I live in Florida in Titusville. So but exactly. I don't like Trump. But I notice most people that are my demographic do like Trump, and it's really weird because they don't really have a reason for it, I guess.
Well, the key is that when Hillary was running against him, Hillary didn't have the strong minority vote that they're gonna have. So when you're talking about demographically, Hillary was only getting mostly white female. She was getting a lot of the minority vote as well, don't get me wrong, but she lost a lot of white female votes in the end. Now, this particular go around, you know, the white female vote is going to be significant.
Yeah.
Just like the white male rule vote was significant with Trump, this go around is going to be the white female vote, which is going to be the most significant vote, and that's because Kamala Harris is a female. So it's going to be up to them to cater to that group. And I don't know if she's going to be able to convince that group. Apparently, Hillary was not able to.
Yeah.
And then that coupled with the fact that Trump was able to get a strong showing from the white rural male vote, it kind of hurt her in that she lost the electoral vote. She won the popular vote, but she lost the electoral vote. But in this particular situation, like I was saying, a lot of the states, the rural states we talked about, that Trump, was just rural states, that Trump was just guaranteed in that last one, like Texas, and those type of states, they're not really guaranteed anymore. They've actually become battleground states for him now.
Yeah,
and so,
right now.
Yeah, so he's really going to have to cater to the white female now, as well as the white male, and I feel like that's just going to be difficult for him in that they have a lot of money.
Yeah.
The Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they have a lot of money, and so it's going to be interesting,
I think Kamala Harris will be really attractive for a lot of voters, like the middle-aged voters. Kamala Harris will be the main attraction, but Biden, like as far as Trump, everyone knows who his wife is. I don't even know who Biden's wife is. I'm sure I will if he gets elected. I'm sure I didn't know who Ivanka was before he got elected, so maybe that's just And she's just a whole different thing because she's super glamorous and all this bullshit. But, just way extra. She's like Kardashian or something. But what do you think about? I mean,
he's talking about divorce, and then once if he loses his election, so he better win.
Yeah, I think he will. I mean, what do you think about Kanye? You heard about?
Hey, he gonna leave the White House empty in 2 ways.
Yeah, he's gonna wipe that. No,
he gonna be doubly disappointed if he don't win. So I imagine he gonna pull all stunts to win this time.
Yeah. He
got a lot to lose.
He definitely has some corruption, or Trump definitely has some corruption under his belt. But are you following Kanye's run to presidency, or do you think Kanye would make a good president if he could run? I guess he can't because it's too early, it's too late in the game or something. But a lot of people, I guess Kanye announced he's going to run, but then he couldn't run, and he just gave the vote to. A lot of people are saying he's giving his votes to Biden. Or he's giving them to Trump, is what people are saying, because he's diverting votes that would normally go to Biden to Kanye, who gives them to Trump because he'll endorse Trump. I think I can't really understand what it was.
Well, what we hope is that again, that's that social conscious thing.
Yeah,
it works on a national scale and a national platform. It's paramount, Kanye, if his actions indirectly or directly affect the outcome of the election, then that's something he's gonna have to deal with personally and mentally, and again, it's up to every individual to vote the way that they want to vote,
what do you think about people that don't vote? Like a lot of rappers don't vote. Like a lot of black activist types don't really vote. I guess from what I've heard, because they don't think it matters. But I don't know. I just feel like I haven't voted in the last couple of years, but I didn't know if you had anything to say about people that just didn't vote at all. Like, do you think that they're like not respectable to as citizens, or do you just? I mean, I
Well,
think
again,
if you have the ability, you should vote.
yeah, I mean, everybody has a place in what's said in the the way the outcome comes. Whether
Yeah,
you're whether you decide to use your voice silently and not vote, or whether you use it, a different way and actually vote. Either way that you decide to use your voice um, has an impact, and everyone
yeah,
has to deal with that impact, individually. That's my opinion on it. I mean, uh, if everybody voted, maybe Trump would win. If
yeah,
everybody didn't vote, maybe, or mostly everybody didn't vote, then maybe, Trump would win still. So we don't know what impact everybody has, but everybody has an impact, and whatever they feel, whatever their conscience tells them their impact is best served, then that's something that they're gonna have to deal with, like you say, either with karma or with something more significant. But at the end of the day, we all have to make that decision.
yeah. No, yeah, I agree. It's like life or death right now. It's like, very cutthroat as far as I don't know, the way things are and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, like, what are you working on right now? Are
I'm
you?
actually working on some new projects. I just ordered some keyboards, some new keyboards. I've been waiting on them, and I'm gonna start making some new music.
I
Um,
heard you say some. But are they like modular synthesizers? Are they like MIDI controllers for like the DAW that you're working with?
Actually, keyboards. I've been looking at quite a few. I just ordered a Chord i3, the newest one.
Oh,
And I've
okay.
been looking at some. Yeah, I've been looking at some other ones. I used to work on a Triton, and it's outdated in terms of the sound of what's out now. So I've been looking at some Roland keyboards, some newer Roland, uh, and also some Yamaha. But I'm gonna start out. My most recent music is gonna be off of Korg I3, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make a lot of new music on that. Kind of get familiar with that board. Uh,
The
Not
i3.
gonna pop the other ones. Yeah, I'm not gonna pop the other ones out of the box. I'm gonna keep them in the box, um, and just work one keyboard at a time. Get familiar with the Korg i3, kind of master it, so to speak.
Because it's like
Um,
it's more of a workstation rather than a MIDI
yeah,
control. It
yeah,
actually it has its own sounds and everything.
yeah, and
I've seen those
actually,
before.
yeah, and all three actually are workstations. So I'm just excited about it. I've noticed my music as of late has been going to more of a, I should say, a melodic kind of spiritual format, kind of going
Yeah.
full circle from when I used to play in church. When I used to play organ and piano in church.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think that's more of a sound at a time. So I'm sorry, a sound at a time. So I think people, uh, you know, getting involved in my more recent music coming up, especially after 2021 and ongoing, is going to start to see um, more of the mental, conscious, um, satisfying sounds, uh,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Like aesthetically pleasing, sort of like what
Yes,
Kanye. Like I don't mean to bring Kanye up so much. Like I'm not comparing it to Kanye at all, but like how Kanye is more on a spiritual take. Like he's into Christian stuff and he's not cussing right now, but he's still really dope
exactly,
and stuff
exactly.
like that.
And
That's
put it
pretty
like
dope.
this: the kind of stuff that when you listen to it, you can just relax. Nothing really, no real threatening kind of sounds. nothing
Yeah.
real, really loud and
Nothing abrasive.
irritating. Yeah, nothing abrasive. More melodic and soothing type music. I think that's what we need now, especially in these times. It's kind of music people can relax to, go to sleep to, that type of stuff. So, and that's basically how church music is. And I think when people start to hear that, it's gonna, resonate well because, of course, now church is gone. When I say gone, I mean, people still going. Yeah, I mean,
they're getting shamed for it, though. I mean, you wear the mask and everything, but as far as church going, how do you feel about people that go to church? As long as they wear the mask, I guess it's okay. But they're supposed to be 6 feet apart, right? I guess so. Maybe less people can go to church.
Again, anywhere there's a gathering of people, mask or no mask, there's a significant danger. And so I think this is the sign of the times. It's God's way of saying, okay, before you had a priest praying for your sin, before you had a priest who can say all these nice things and give you a clean slate. Now it's come to the point where we as individuals have to do that.
Yeah.
We can no longer, depend on another third party to do it. It has to be done by us. And I think that comes back to the whole rebirth thing of what's going on now, is that people are having to reinvent themselves and they have to relook at themselves from the inside out.
Yeah.
I say from the outside looking in. They before you can just run outside and run wherever you want, do whatever you want. Now you're forced to look at yourself, and I think that's a good thing because me personally, I think it's going to make people better people.
Yeah, I agree. It's like it's like being charcoal and being compressed into a diamond or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah.
I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed this interview.
Hell yeah, man! It's been pretty good. It's almost been 2 hours, but
yeah, you got 2 hours. You thought you was gonna get 20 minutes. You got 2 hours.
Sorry, I was a little rough, but I haven't really done it. Hey,
this was great, and I want you to post this. I'd like you to post it on YouTube, on Discord. Yeah, it's good that people can get a sense of my thought process on everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, it's a lot to cover. Sorry if I was jumping around a bit, but I had one more question. I guess there's this controversy with this video that you uploaded. I guess it was you and a girl, and I don't really understand. Like, a lot of people are upset about it because they said that it depicted you like abusing the girl or something. But I think it was like a stunt that you uploaded it on purpose and it was a trick. I wasn't really sure. I think Trap Lord Ross talked about it a little bit. I can't really remember. But
okay, yeah.
Can you address that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, the girl in the video, she was of age. It's funny how people can just make these swooping exaggerations and accusations without any valid or substantial proof or evidence. And so it was funny because after the event, the girl was like 21. That's what's so crazy about it.
Yeah.
But after the event, I started getting people testing me, which I thought was really interesting. There's even a video of one guy, if you Google it, called "Working for Viper," where
I think I saw the beginning of that. I didn't finish it though.
Yeah, he consistently talks about me talking to his niece, who's supposedly about to turn 18, and then he gets her to say, "I want to have sex with you, and will you do it?" And to get me to say, "Yeah, I'll have sex with a 17-year-old."
I was going to ask about that too.
Yeah, throughout the whole process, I steadily say no, no, no. And so the whole point is that
because it was like a troll, just a guy pretending to be.
Yeah, I mean, and I got people texting me all the time saying, I'm 17, tell me date and this and that. it's funny because at the end of the day, it goes back to the whole conscious thing.
Yeah.
I've got a daughter who's going to be 17 in a few years.
Damn. Yeah, I
I've
was
got
gonna
one
ask
that's
you how old
actually
your kids
26. Yeah, I've got one
are.
that's 26. So, I mean, I'm always going to conduct myself legally. I'm
Yeah.
never going to do anything that's bad. But then past just the whole legal ramifications of my decisions, there's a like I was saying, a conscious ramification. And so it's just certain things I won't do regardless of how many times people test me. So I think that's a good video to check out just because it's funny, because this was all planned. It was a hoax that people were actually trying to test me to get me on video and camera doing something illegal, and that's just not me, man. I mean,
That's what it sounded like, a lot of entrapment going on. I didn't really understand.
Yeah.
I didn't finish watching the whole thing. It was a while ago I read about it too, but
yeah, it's just funny, man. It's funny, when somebody when and it always comes up that people say, "Oh, Viper has this squeaky clean track record. He's never done anything wrong in the rap game. He's never raped anybody. He's never done nothing wrong."
Yeah.
And so naturally, people are just going to test that, and especially the more popular I get, people are going to try to test that. And I think it's interesting, and I'm up for the challenge, because at the end of the day, I want people to know that I'm a good person, on camera, on hidden camera, anything. I'm the same person, through in and out. That's just how I am.
Yeah, I think you're a good person. I mean, I've been following you for like probably a little longer than that, probably 8 years. I think it's probably I first heard your song, "Yo Cowards Don't Smoke Crack," and I just started following you on Spotify and all this stuff. You just seem like a wholesome person. Like, it's like how do you follow Lil B at all? The rapper Lil B.
You know what? There is one more thing I wanted to discuss with you.
Yeah, you're good.
Important because this can be something that's put out there so people know.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I've got some people. I want to say maybe about maybe about 70, 80, maybe a little more than that. A little over 100 people who ordered product from me.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Some of them did not get it, and some did. But this is the whole key.
I ordered a tape from you, and you sent it to me. It was a little late, but you sent it to me. It was like a couple days. I can't even remember. It came in a month or something. It was a good tape.
Thank you. But everyone who's ordered a product from me and have not received it, I have them on a list. And what's going to end up happening is I'm going to send. I've got on order right now 500 units of the Y'all Cowards vinyl. There's the green ones, the red ones, the smoke, and the marble, which is also called the crack picture.
You went all. Oh my God! Can I? I mean, I'll pay for it, but you got to set me up with a way to buy the marble one. That's exclusive crack shit right there. That's the good crack. I want that.
So here's the deal. They have been the product is already paid for.
Yeah.
It's sitting. It's sitting with my distributor, and I've told them, and I haven't had them send it to me yet because what I want to do right now, because of Corona, the whole postal system, UPS and USPS is offline. So and not only that, but PayPal is offline. eBay is offline. Everything is offline. So what's happening is everybody that's ordering, there's some people that have not got their product, but I have their name, I have their address, I have everything that I need to mail it to them. And what I'm going to end up doing is mailing a mass product out of Y'all Cowards, but it's going to be a new Y'all Cowards that nobody has seen. It's going to be something super hot.
And shit?
Well, what it's going to be is it's going to be Y'all Cowards. It's not going to be remixes, and it's not going to be chopped and screwed, anything like that. It's going to be the original Y'all Cowards, but it's going to have a whole new casing and everything. Like it's going to be a whole new look.
Nice.
And so everybody who ordered that is going to get that. And then if they want to reorder,
yeah,
and it also will be signed, because before there was no guarantee that the product was going to be signed. They just got free product. But
I think the
it's
thing I
going to
got
be
from you was
signed.
signed. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Someone
it's going
just
to be
said that
signed.
they bought an album from you, and it was supposed to. I think it was supposed to be that or something. One of your popular albums, and you sent them, but they were fun. They thought this was funny and they liked it, so it's not bad blood or anything. But you sent them a Linkin Park CD and signed it, and you told them that you ran out of the CD or something. They thought that was really funny though. They liked it.
Linkin Park.
I don't. Maybe that was like a troll or like something that someone made up though. I can't vouch for that guy because that was just a comment on YouTube. But
I don't know if it was necessarily Linkin Park. It was probably one of my other products. But in any event, I still have that person on my list, because if I send them something that was not exactly what they ordered, I didn't close them out in my merch orders on Bandcamp.
Okay.
So a lot of people are going to end up getting two products. They're going to get the product I already mailed to them, but they're still on the list. And they're going to get the new product, which is the one that's unmasked. Nobody's seen it. And then once I clear all of those people out, then I'm going to start mailing out those new products. And I'm going to take pictures. It'll be on Bandcamp. It'll be on Twitter and everything. So what I'm hoping is that everybody who ordered and didn't get it yet, once they get this new product, this unmasked product, then they'll go ahead and reorder the other product, a second time.
Yeah.
And hopefully this new product that I'm going to start mailing out, I'm hoping the mailing system will be decent enough to where they get it in a timely fashion. And then hopefully this whole, situation with the postal services will be fixed when I mail out the other product, which is the actual, marble, smoke, green, and transparent red.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Because that's like it is the time to sell merch right now, because like all the big artists are selling, because they can't play shows. They're selling like collaborating with V-Loan and all these companies doing merch like Nav and stuff, and it's like a huge thing right now, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want everybody to know that. So keep everybody up to what's going on with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. That's awesome. Yeah.
And I want everybody also to make sure they follow my Twitter, because it's a lot of things that I'm going to be saying on Twitter that is so significant to today's times. And I'm not saying I'm a prophet, like I know everything that's going to happen in the future. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I've noticed personally that a lot of things that I've been saying has been coming to pass.
Yeah.
And so with that being said,
a lot of stuff in your artwork has been kind of portrayed, years ago. Yeah. A lot of it. Like a lot of the social stuff, at least, is really important, I think, to comment on it. You saw it in a time, because if you get to see something in a terrible environment, not that you live in a terrible environment, but in a place where cops mess with you every day, you could teach other people the lessons you learned that were privileged and didn't have to deal with that. Most of them are just going to be closed-minded, so it's important that you teach them that, yeah.
And privilege is not a bad thing, and I don't want anybody that is privileged to think
like black people. Everyone wants to strive to be privileged, like if you have a rich family.
That's the American dream, the big house with the white picket fence, with the big lot,
Yeah.
That's the dream, and I feel that anybody who has that now should not feel, sad if they have it. But again, if you do have it, you have a responsibility to the social conscience, and if you're not addressing that responsibility, then you're part of the problem. That's what I think a lot of people need to understand, especially a lot of wealthy people.
Yeah, I agree. It's like the more money you have, the more active you should be, I think. Because the more of a philanthropist you should be, they all know it. That's why they all act like that. That's why they all open these big charities and Bill Gates and shit like that. But you know, it's just crazy. There's just a lot we can talk
there's
about.
Nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a Bill Gates or this other guy.
No.
That,
do you think you should be able to be a billionaire? Do you think we should ban billionaires? I mean, I've heard this say a lot.
Right. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. And I feel like people like Bill Gates are doing good things. You know, at the end of the day, you have a social responsibility.
Yeah.
And I feel like those type of people are doing the right thing with their responsibility. And you know, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with being a radical billionaire.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true.
There's nothing wrong with
being a Batman.
There's nothing wrong with being a billionaire that writes Black Lives Matter in the middle of your downtown area. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, it's a good thing. So if you have the financial means to do it, why not do it? You know.
Yeah. So you're down with Black Lives Matter all the way and everything. You're full on board with Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, actually, I have an album called Black Lives Matter on Bandcamp.
Damn, I gotta check that out. I've been kind of out looking at your album because I just see the ones on YouTube and the ones on Spotify. So.
You know, I look at this whole thing as if the roles were reversed. You know, and minorities were rich, and you know, non-minorities were poor. It's the same thing. If I was a billionaire, I would write, you know, the exact opposite. It'd be, you know, the exact same thing, but in the opposite. Like everything's black and white now. Imagine it being white and black. You know, this exact opposite is the negative picture. In other words, you know, you have a picture, and then you take the negative picture, the what you call it, the composite, and it's the exact same but exactly opposite.
Yeah.
And so you put yourself in that position to say, okay, well, over in this picture, I'm insanely rich, but on this picture, I would be insanely poor. So how would I respond on both sides, you know? And you have to be socially conscious to look at it that way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be empathetic. I think that's mostly, you don't even have to know about culture. You just have to be like, that's what everyone thinks. You have to learn all this culture to be understanding of other races. You just have to be empathetic. That's all it really is.
Empathetic. That's what, and that's why empathy in this vote is so important.
Yeah.
People are going to have to be empathetic in their voting too, because if you know somebody's administration is allowing horrible things to happen, then you have to be empathetic and try to change that the best you can. And if the only way to change that is your vote, with that you can make something, you know, make an impact, and then that's what you have to do, you know. Simple as that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I had this video. I think a month ago. In this house in my parents' neighborhood, they have these racist statues in the lawn, and I made this video about it and posted it on Facebook, and everyone in my town just flipped the fuck out. They all like hated me for it. Like not all, everyone in this group. It's just like everyone in this group was like, you know, that's so fucked up that you went up there. And I blurred out the address and everything, but it's just, I mean, the whole idea of my channel is just to outline, I guess, Florida mostly, but also the South, and just kind of, I'm trying to expand, but New Russia essentially means like America is turning into Russia, I think, and that's kind of what that video was mostly about. But it's just, I don't. The whole race issues are getting crazy, and everyone's just, it's like more and more polarizing. And I think the voting eventually in 2024 might be like dangerous to vote. It might be like you show up and you have to bring a weapon or something. I don't fucking know.
But I mean, it goes back to the whole radical thing. What you were saying is that, you know, in these times, you actually have to be radical. What you did was a radical move, but it was a good move. And at the end of the day, those people that said negative things about you for doing that radical move, they're blinded. They don't see. And guess what? In karma and judgment, it's just like the law. Ignorance is no excuse. So if you blatantly blinded, if you're a blatantly blinded racist,
Yeah.
it's not gonna fly that, well, I've always been racist, everybody I know is racist, so I'm racist. That's not gonna be an acceptable excuse.
Or like they ignore that racism exists or something. Like they're getting more passive aggressive than ever every year, it seems like. But they're just as racist.
And I feel everybody can say that people that are racist can say that they're not.
Yeah.
And then they can try to covertly hide it, and they can be ignorant. And that's where ignorance comes from, is that people are trying to act like, they don't know that they're racist, but at the same time, they think it's okay. Yeah. And so they're ignorant because they want to act like they don't know, almost like they don't know the law, that is wrong.
And they just bring up the time,
they're going to try to promote it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's how they came up to you. They came to you with the same mentality. Well, this and that. At the end of the day, they know what they said to you was wrong. They know that racism is wrong. They know that it's not right to oppress people.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day,
they're
going to have to deal with it. They're going to have to deal with it regardless of if they say it's okay, they say that it's not okay, regardless they say, well, my brother was racist, so I had to be racist, so he's going to kick my ass. Regardless of what you say, whatever excuse you have, at the end of the day, your brother's not going to be there on judgment. It's just going to be you.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's when, same thing with karma. When karma hits,
you got to stand up. You have to have a place to stand, I think. You have to stand up for yourself in your ideas.
When karma hits, you're not going to be standing alone. In other words, if you're part of a KKK group, when karma hits, all the other members are not going to be there. It's going to be you.
Yeah.
On judgment, when it's time to be judged for your actions, all of those hooded people are not going to be next to you. It's just going to be you. And that same excuse of, well, I just did it because I didn't have no choice, or because my friends told me that was the way I needed to be. That's all I knew. This and that. It's not going to fly.
Yeah, not in 2020 at least, or in 2021.
No,
depending on what happens with the election. But yeah,
karma will come. Karma will come for everyone who is against a positive, inclusive society.
Yeah, I agree. It's like people just need to, combine and consolidate everything they have pretty much, but they're doing less than ever pretty much to do that because of the whole mask thing and then just race thing. But I think, it's mostly white people that are in the country, so it's mostly up to them, I think. We need to emphasize on that more, that they have more power to change things than black people just by numbers. And they should definitely be more awake, just to the fact. But I think you're doing a good job. Yeah,
we have to lead by example. I mean, Africa. I don't know what the percentage of whites in Africa, but it's probably the same here, maybe 10% if you add South Africa in.
Yeah, probably.
At some point,
that's true.
Yeah. So, it's just a matter. We're just a country with a racial breakup, composition, just like any other country. The key is that we are supposed to be an example. So we're supposed to show whites in the U.S. should be good to blacks in the U.S. because they're supposed to show how blacks in Africa are supposed to treat whites.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to be an example. We're supposed to be the world's leader in innovation and all these different things. And so how can we do that when there's situations like this going on where, white cops are hanging black men? I mean, this is ridiculous. And until we, as a society, especially American society, become a better example, then all we're going to do is just tarnish the world, and we're not going to be a country that people can look for leadership. And people are going to take countries are going to start to take their own, way of how to race relations, and it's probably going to end up being better than ours. And we'll be the ones having to look at other countries for examples. and that's not, I've never thought that's how we were. I thought we were supposed to be the leaders, not the, the
Yeah,
ones
like the
that's not
example
leaders,
and leaders in the free world and shit.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hopefully
because in
we
Africa,
get that.
truly in Africa, just like you got the Bill Gates billionaires, they got black Nigerians that are the same.
Yeah.
So, they have to be responsible, just like, the Bill Gates have to be. And when it comes to being radically responsible, that's something that, that we all can do, So you did it in your situation. I'm trying to do it in my situation. We just, we got to pray that more people think like us and try to do the same way, regardless of where they are in life, in their financial situation and their, wherever, just worldwide.
Yeah, because you do lose a lot of money. Like you definitely cut a lot of bridges off or burn a lot of bridges. Like being polarized or just having an opinion. But right now it's super important, and I don't really care right now if I lose money, based on like some kind of affiliation. Someone loves Trump or something like that. They can go do whatever they want. It doesn't really matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just
that's right.
I mean, most people are cool about it. Just, I get more polarized every day. I think it's just like if someone brings up the police or something, like I don't know. It's hard not to say anything bad about it. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Right.
But yeah.
Like I said, I really have a good feeling that we're going to start moving towards the right direction. It's just, like I say, these type of conversations people need to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, make it more public and just have, like, that's what I'm saying, like, me, you, and maybe someone else should do, like, a podcast or something where we talk about, maybe not a lot, I know you have a Tom thing, but maybe, like, once every couple of weeks or once a month we could do a podcast and, like, just kind of talk about things like that. This was a really good conversation, I thought, and, like, I didn't expect it. I didn't think it was going to be this deep, honestly. It was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, man, I'm very interested. Like I say, just let's set something up and make it happen. I'm definitely once a month will be ideal because that gives us an opportunity for a lot of things to happen.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And and for us to address too. So that'd be real good.
So I got a friend who makes beats. I might give you some beats. I don't know. I make music and stuff. We can collaborate on music and stuff.
Absolutely,
It'd be really cool. I've been doing like synthesizer music and industrial music a lot mostly, but guitar. I've always played guitar for like 14 years or something like that. But
nice.
Yeah, but it would be cool if we got on a track. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely, man. Like I say, just get that pod set up and we'll start it, man. I'm gonna let you be the man on that. I mean, I'll get a copy of it,
Yeah.
We can FaceTime it, however we want to do it. We all get a copy posted to all our channels. That'd be nice.
Be shit. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we can both post it on Easy because you own the Vivo channel, right? I mean, that's not because I know you have other people working on your videos, but you run that channel pretty much, the rapper Vivo.
Yeah, I run that one and the Free Movers Incorporated channel.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen that.
It's two of them, yeah. One is not as popular as the other, but I'm trying to get them both kind of off the ground.
I'll subscribe to the other one. Yeah, I haven't seen. I saw the Free Movers thing on your channel, like linked to it, but I didn't subscribe to it yet. But I will definitely.
Appreciate that.
But, yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, but yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, like, yeah, if we do something like that, I could throw you some money or something, but a little bit at least. Like, we could probably, we could make up some. We could get a channel going and make up some revenue. Probably we get some going. Like the podcast. I think a lot of people would watch it. And sorry if I seem a little immature. I don't know. I just.
Well, why don't we do this, man? This would be great.
But I think I got a little better towards the end.
Why don't we do this? Let's because I did the same thing with some guys on my other channels. Well, maybe you can draft up a contract, just stating that we both co-own the channel.
Yeah.
And we'll just call it a podcast channel, and we'll do. I'll be on there monthly, but then you can have whatever guest you want,
Yeah, I could do shit like
You
in
know,
between
and
your appearances, maybe like and then run shit. When you're not posting. Like 'cause I know you could probably only do a podcast like every month or every 2 weeks, probably. So
yeah, every 2 weeks for sure.
oh
Like
yeah,
I say, man. Yeah.
we could
I'm gonna
upload other
text you my
people's
email.
music videos possibly and stuff. So
Well, it's interesting because in city of Houston, we've got a similar thing,
yeah,
which is on Fox Network, where you kind of have a situation where there's a guy that's a retired cop, is kind of goes over new new things going on, new events with
yeah.
another guy
I
who's
think I
like a
saw that.
radical
It's like
Muslim. He's like a radical Muslim. So oftentimes, not necessarily that they disagree on a lot, but oftentimes they talk about meaningful stuff in
yeah,
ways that relate to a lot of people. And so, in your situation over there in Orlando, you got a situation where, you're surrounded by a lot of wealthy people that are, some of them are, kind of racist, or would say not as socially conscious as where I'm at,
yeah,
in my neighborhood where it's a lot of blacks.
yeah. I think
So
so
I
definitely.
think not necessarily that we'll agree on a lot of stuff, disagree on a lot of stuff,
Yeah,
which I think is the opposite. I think we'll actually agree on a lot of stuff, but what we'll be doing is bringing a lot to the table that's not necessarily similar.
yeah.
And
I mean,
that's
we would
something.
definitely have debates. I think, but we wouldn't disagree on anything that's like morally. I think we're on the
Yeah,
same moral page, but I definitely could see us having interesting debates. Yeah, definitely,
exactly,
which would be
exactly,
really fun.
exactly,
I didn't want to get into
exactly.
that because I didn't know how much time you had at first, but I definitely
But yeah, man,
would have gotten
I
more into
think that
that.
would be awesome. I think that would be awesome. We definitely need to work on that. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna text you my
I'll have a better microphone too. I'm on my webcam, but I have a condenser mic that's pretty nice, and I'll probably use this for a
hey,
camera, but it'll sound better.
man, I'm with it. That sounds great. So yeah, I'm gonna text
I
you
might be
my
able to come
email.
out there sometime too. I mean, like I'm in Florida, so it's not that far. I mean, eventually
Nice,
we can do a person thing.
absolutely. Yeah, I want to come out to Florida. Matter of fact, I'm probably Florida's the next state I'm gonna get my broker's license for.
You should, dude.
And
It's a
so
lot of real estate. It's like the biggest place for real estate, I think.
there's a lot of people there too.
Yes, I know a lot of people doing appraisals and all kinds of, insurance and shit like that. This is a big
Man,
industry.
that'd be great. Reach out to those people. And, we talk about all of this in the podcast.
Yeah, we can link it up. That'd be badass. Hell yeah. Yeah, I could, and I design images and video. I have Adobe Premiere and stuff, so I'm not incredible with it, but I could definitely whip something up that's, a podcast isn't very complex, so even if you're just on your cell phone, it won't be that bad. I mean, it'll be pretty good.
Oh, it's
But
gonna be nice. I
we could do it on Skype maybe if you have Skype, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna redo my Skype, and then I've got the 4K cameras.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, I
So
forgot you
I
had
can
that.
record in 4K. It's gonna be huge files.
That's bad. I mean, do you have a big hard drive?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we could definitely do that. I'm down. I got a pretty big hard drive, a couple, so I don't have a huge camera, but I could definitely store a shitload of footage. So if you ever I guess we can do a cloud or something too. I don't know if you have a virtual cloud or like a Google Drive account or something, but yeah, we could figure it out.
That'd be great.
Hell yeah, that sounds good. But fuck yeah, man, it's been good. It's almost been 2.5 hours. God damn, this is awesome. Fuck yeah, thank you for talking to me this whole.
You're welcome. But yeah, amazing. Send me just basic stuff we talked about. Let's just put it on paper.
Yeah.
And email it to me. I'm gonna sign it, and then we just go off to the races.
I'll cut this part out of the interview too, so it doesn't seem like weird or whatever. Because I know we're talking.
And we'll just both we'll both have access to the account, just for, for, I guess, accounting purposes. But
Yeah.
so we'll just have a password that we both know and have dual access, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm down as
Good to
fuck.
go.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'm into that. This is going to be huge.
If you
Because I don't know if you knew, but a majority of my fan base is white.
Yeah, oh yeah, it seems like. I mean, well, that's how Kanye is. I mean, not that I keep bringing up Kanye. That's how Kid Cudi, most rappers, I think their fan base is majority white, unless they're a gangster-oriented rapper, which a lot of people. I don't know it's like a bad way to term it, but it's like a drill rapper or someone like Lil Mosey or something. But even Lil Mosey, like half his fans are white, so.
Yeah, well, the good thing about me having a large white fan base is that they're going to be able to relate to a lot of things you're talking about, and they're going to flock to that channel because of, how can I say, the American norm, which is what they're going to be able to relate to you in the podcast. And so they're going to flock to this podcast because they can be able to relate to a lot of things you're saying because y'all going to have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Demographically, a lot of things. And so I think that's good as opposed to me having a podcast with another black person.
We could do it like with me, you, and a black person. Like,
a lot of podcasts. I think us two is fine. I think us two is fine when we do our bi-weekly deal. When we do our bi-weekly deal, us two is fine because
that'd be fun first.
Yeah, you're gonna bring in. You're gonna bring in the demographic that we need to be able to talk about these things.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of guests that I think we can get that are pretty high up there. I mean, like if we actually because I could try pretty hard, I think, if I talk to them enough. But
yeah, we'll bring in guests though, also, definitely.
But we could turn my channel New Russia into the channel we're talking about because New Russia kind of sounds like a podcast name, and the logo you would probably dig the logo and stuff. But I have all these other videos on it, so we could just start a brand.
I like that New Russia, man.
The New Russia, I just like this. Yeah, the concept of that. I've been in love with that for a while. Like that would be dope.
Yeah, we'll just go with that,
or
man.
New Russia 2 or what? We could probably do the same. Yeah, just keep the same account. But hell yeah.
Well, let's do it, man. Like I say, just send me something to my email. I'm gonna text it to you now. I'm gonna sign it, and then just we'll just redo the passwords and everything, and we'll do bi-weekly podcast, at least 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, that'd be
and then we'll just have to. We just got to work on marketing, but I know a lot of it can be done on Discord. It's a huge blog that I have association with. Once I let them know about it, and Twitter, then it's gonna be huge. So yeah, let's definitely do that.
Hell yeah, yeah, that'd be the shit. Yeah, I would love that. Do you have any underground rappers in mind that you would want to interview or just have as a guest on the show? I mean,
not at this time, but again. We want whoever will be the most controversial.
Yeah.
And so it really doesn't matter, man. I mean, we get people who people don't like, artists that people like.
Yeah.
People that society may feel is not it's not as popular or transparent as some others. I mean, we're gonna really, make this thing sociable on all fronts. So yeah, man.
I'm down.
Shoot me that email and let's get it going, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm down as fuck. And I'll have the better mic next time. Probably a little better background and stuff going on. I was kind of short notice, but hell yeah. Oh yeah, you can't see it because it's over there. I think it's over the phone. But once you see the video, I'll probably put my face in it. I don't know. But I'll probably just have it be pictures of you and me. I don't really know. But either way, it's cool. Fuck yeah, though. But yeah, that
All
sounds
right,
good for
well,
me.
I'm about to catch the news now, but
Hell yeah, I gotta take
hey,
a
it's
piss.
still super great, man. You got it all recorded?
Oh yeah, yeah. 2 hours and 30 minutes exactly, almost. There was
All right,
one
well, that
point
sounds
where
good, man.
my preamp cut out, but it's I think we could skip around it. It was just like 10 seconds or something like that, I think. But hell yeah, that sounds good. But yeah,
All right,
I'll
let's
upload
do
it
it,
to
man.
my channel and then yeah, send me that and then I'll make a new channel or I'll figure out this channel. I don't really know yet. I gotta figure it out, but that sounds good though.
All right, man. Well, yeah, definitely hit me up and let's do it.
Fuck yeah! All right, yeah. Just keep in touch and shit. I'll save your number. Hell yeah! You have a good
Yeah,
one.
and I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna
Fuck
be
yeah!
texting. Have a good one.
Hell yeah, bro. Have a good one, Viper. Peace.
Talk to you later. Bye.